Hello, this is Amanda and
Maryane.
And we are here to talk to you about our workshop, Sacred Truth Immersion, that we are doing on
1st of January, New Year's Day.
Which is 5 days from now.
Yay.
So it's very exciting. We're very excited to be hosting you for this. And we thought we would talk to you a little bit about the words that we've called our workshop, which could potentially sound a little bit frightening to some people, but we want to assure you that it's not a scary workshop. It's going to be a beautiful, juicy workshop. And so we wanted to explain to you a little bit about the intention behind the words we're using. So we're going to start with the second word first, talking about truth.
Truth.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so truth is something that we all think that we love. We like to be truthful. We like everyone around us to be truthful, that we're living our truth and speaking our truth. I mean, these are words or catchphrases that you hear a lot. But in actual fact, or the actual truth,
The actual truth about truth
is that we're often living in stories. And stories are often not true. There might be little bits of truth in there, but generally speaking, stories often get made into something that is not real. And what I guess we're aiming to do with our immersion is to kind of dissolve or release the stories to get to the actual truth. And when we're speaking of truth, it's really our personal truth. So what's true for us beneath the stories.
Yeah. So we're not talking about dogma. We're not talking about everybody. You're going to come here and you're going to get a book of truth and we're going to tell you this is how to live your life from here on in. That's so not what it's about. But often what actually gets tied up in these stories is a lot of fear. So we think that often we think we're running away from the truth when actually we're running away from fear of what we think the truth is. And so what we're wanting to look at in this immersion is, okay, well, what could help us to feel more in balance with the truth and feel less like the truth is scary? So that's sort of some of where we're going with the truth component of this day. And then we've got this other word which sometimes people find a little bit scary or a little bit weird, sacred.
Yeah.
So what does sacredness mean to you? And what does it mean in the bigger context of the world and where we're going and our community? So that's another part of the story. Have you got anything you'd like to add to that, Maryane?
No.
All right. So then when you put the two words together, sacred truth. What is a sacred truth? Right? So there's stories we have on a personal level about ourselves, and then there is, as we unwind what's not true, what's actually left behind. And that's more of the truth rather than more of the story and more of the fear. And then on top of that, what in terms of sacredness, that's where we start talking about things like spirituality and a bigger picture than just ourselves. So how we're interconnected on this planet, how this planet is a part of the universe, and how we ourselves are part of the universe. And so if we're, instead of running away from stories of who we are as spiritual beings, if we're starting to unwind some of the fear and the story, then what's actually underneath that? And how do we stand in that sacred truth and have that be part of our lives as an expression of who we are, instead of just a person that lives in a house at an address and has this job and so on. So it's really helping us to more fully embrace who we are as human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess an important aspect of that is the balance of the masculine and feminine.
That's a very good point, Maryane. So one of the important stories that's been coming through to me from my guides has been about this as we move forward into the coming year, that we need to be more integrated. So instead of seeing masculine and feminine as separate things, that we actually start looking both internally and externally at the world as a more integrated spectrum rather than you know, these are separate things that are individual and cut off from each other.
Yeah.
And so that again is something that helps us be more fully who we are, rather than what society has told us we are, or what we've been brought up to believe.
Yeah.
So that is a little bit of what what the workshop is about, as in terms of intention. And on the day we will be doing some journaling. We will be doing a little bit of sacred ritual with you to help tune you into the energy of the day, which is the day itself is actually a day of spiritual truth, and it's a wonderful manifesting day. So so we'll be doing a bit of that. We'll be doing some meditation. We'll be doing a bit of gentle yoga and movement, nothing too dramatic. So it's suitable for all levels.
Yeah.
And we'll be using liquid crystals and singing bowls and
flower essences and kinesiology.
Yeah. And we'll also be looking at what do we need to let go of in order to more fully come into this beautiful space of sacred truth.
Yeah.
So we'll be also burning some things, as long as there's no extreme fire danger. Burn some things. We like the fire. And so yeah, that's some of the rest of what we'll be doing. It'll be a beautiful day of sharing with other women, and we really want to invite you to come along and join us, and so that you can have a beautiful setup for 2016.
Yes.
So thanks for listening. We managed to get through this tape in one piece. Come follow the link where it's up there or it's down there, and come and join us. And we look forward to seeing you.
Bye.
Bye.